Alright, time for something a little random.
Yes.
Welcome to Mission Street, except instead of Tails, we're playing a Shadow. So, you know, Tio mentioned that it seemed like Tails was so tacked on that arguably Sonic could do it without him. And well, since Shadow is a nerfed Sonic, if Shadow can do it, Sonic certainly can. So why don't we test that theory of Tio's?
Wait, you said that?
You mentioned
Somewhere
how...
along the lines, yes.
You mentioned how story-wise it feels like Tails' stuff is tacked on since Sonic mentions he'll take care of the police, but then we play as
true. The flowing from cutscene to level, yeah.
You also mentioned that in regards to Eternal Engine as well. So yes, one of the mods I have is one that allows for a character select mod. This is definitely one of the most common mods you'll see in a lot of Let's Plays or YouTube showcases, essentially. The ability to play as characters in other levels. Now, one thing to keep in mind, this is not Sonic Adventure 2 Randomizer. One special thing about Sonic Adventure 2 Randomizer is that that game makes it possible for you to finish any level as any character. What I'll be doing with here is seeing if we can do these with the characters legit. Not having to do any moon jumps, hacks, or whatnot, essentially.
Yeah, basically. The name of the mod is Character Select Plus. It was done by Justin113D and main memory.
It must have been one of
yeah,
the
it's
older
my
ones
favorite
because
SCWRM.
it's definitely one I see a ton.
No, like if I remember correctly, let me see when it was original release. But no, this
I'm
is one
more
of my
familiar
favorite-
with the randomizer.
This is one of my favorite SA2 mods because I just love fucking around and trying to see what I can do with different characters on certain levels.
Now I should warn you,
Yeah, the funniest thing, of course, is playing as Eggman in Sonic stages.
now I should warn you that don't go expecting too many A-rings because while it is possible to do some of these levels as characters, given how some of their movesets work, you can't rack up points as well as you would with certain characters.
Obviously.
Like, for example, one of the things that helps you score a ton of points in Eggman and Tails' levels is being able to do the multi-lock, which, yeah, you can't do in this when you're playing as anyone else.
What are you going to do to that Omo Chow, Shadow?
I'm thinking about it, okay? The Omo Chow gun hasn't been made yet, so I gotta be creative.
Into the void below.
Might be too easy for him.
We're gonna make him sick by going around loop-de-loops.
Sorry, Omochawa, you've been found guilty of stating the obvious.
Nah,
this
for
mod
once
was
we're gonna go
originally
easy on him.
Yeah, this mod was originally released 5 years ago.
Yeah, okay, so... maybe not the oldest, but relatively speaking, probably one of the older ones, given when the Adventure 2 modding scene came about. But yes, it seems that Shadow can handle Mission Street relatively well. Honestly, Mission Street is one of the better levels to do if you're trying to play it with any mechless characters. Except for Eggman. Okay, so believe it or not, and I have seen somebody do an official speed test, Eggman is actually one of the faster characters in the game. However, what he has in speed, he lacks in just about every other aspect, including his jumping.
Obviously, because that particular moveset and physics were made for Shao Garden purposes.
And yet he does have an attack, nonetheless.
And there you go. It is possible to complete Mission Street with Shadow, and by extension Sonic as well.
Planet of the Chows.
Yeah, you did notice that the first time, Waves.
Also, I love how Sonic Team is an actual company in this world, which makes me wonder, is there a video game company that pays Sonic and Company license to use their image?
Oh my god, it's the end of a Super Mario movie.
Well, remember
again.
in the Treyarch Spider-Man universe, Treyarch and Activision exist in that universe apparently. So
Let's see, who to do next?
one particular mod that unfortunately only came out after I gave Jova all this stuff was a recent mod actually that came out that replaces all the level icons that you see during gameplay with the actual icons that you see right here for the characters here on the world map, like these ones that, which in my opinion look much better for live icons.
There's
during
Chaos,
gameplay.
so.
Yep, and
Yes, Chaos is actually one of the multiplayer characters too, and you can use this mod to play with the multiplayer characters on the levels as well.
he is also one of the slowest characters and is typically not meant to move this fast, as you can tell by how awkward that animation looks.
Or
That's
if that
because,
randomizer mod use a bit of this as well.
Now, admittedly,
Chaos is a power character, as in like Knuckles and Rouge, right? So he's not really built up for speed levels.
God, I love the irony that, see, my first 3D Sonic game properly was Heroes, so I was introduced to Rouge as a flight character. So imagine my shock when I go back to Adventure 2 and see, oh, she's a power character, actually.
Well, she is a bat, so making her a flying character for if it serves the game is perfectly fine.
Oh yes, it makes sense.
She's a bat.
I always associated her more with the flight thing before the power thing. When it turns out she's the counterpart to Knuckles.
I was wondering about Chaos, like how he actually works in this, because in the randomizer he's basically Knuckles. So
Technically that's kinda what it always was, even back in battle. I mean, kinda. I mean, obviously his physics are different, and he's a bit more nerfed compared to the way Knuckles plays, but it's clearly based off of Knuckles' moveset.
His advantage is that he doesn't drown. I even tested that in Dry Lagoon. I was thinking about showing that, but aside from just showing that he couldn't drown, it was more or less just a typical playthrough.
Yeah, the developers actually paid attention to that detail, because it wouldn't really make any sense for Chaos to drown.
Imagine the water character drowning.
Well, I mean, it doesn't make sense for Sonic to not swim, so, yeah.
This makes less sense.
Okay.
Well, with Sonic, you can just theorize that he's just afraid of water.
Look. Even though the Sonic characters are animals, essentially, think of them still as like humans. Some people know how to swim, some people don't. And Sonic is one of those that doesn't know how to swim.
In Sonic's case, he hates water in general. So.
Yep. Even though that was partly due to Yuji Naka not doing his research, it's an attribute that's stuff. Yes, Pedro's playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
If someone wanted to show in this world, if someone wanted to show Sonic James Bond movies, do not show him Thunderball.
Right,
yes,
One thing I
You cameoed, Pedro. I was noticing that.
Oh, I did? Oh, I
yes,
didn't
you were
Yeah, you cameoed.
You were playing.
Oh, right, sorry.
Yeah, I had to glide around that because there's a roller that you can't roll under when you're playing as a power character.
Mm-hmm. You see the big lesson that we should also take from this playthrough, ladies and gentlemen, is that I have great taste in games, whereas Shiroi doesn't, because she plays Danganronpa V3, whereas I only play good games. That's the lesson.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Pedro, you literally played all the Fairy Fencer.
Also, I think
keep it shut, alright?
I guess you got me there.
I think the real lesson will be if you want to play something on Steam, put yourself invisible like me.
Nah, I don't really care.
So that's why I never see you playing something on Steam.
In the wise words of Aragorn, Jova, if I know how to not be noticed if I want to.
Will we see Pedro playing that one game?
Whoa!
Right, yeah.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing, dude. Like, not only did I play all those games, I platinum all 3 of them because I have the Fairy Fencer FPS 3 platinum, I have the Dark Horse PS4 platinum, and I have now the Refrain Court PS4 platinum. I'm not getting the PS5 version because fuck that shit. I'm not buying this game again.
Why did you get the PS5 version in the first place?
Wait, hold on. There's a legit separate PS5 version?
Yes.
It's complicated.
Well, not really too. It's just like there's a PS4 version, there's a PS5 version.
Well, didn't you show me the link the other day about how different the versions there are?
Oh, no, that's Neptunian Sisters vs. Sisters too. That's not referring to.
Okay.
I was about to say, if there's yet another version of the Flying Cord.
Well, it's the same game. Like both the PS4 version and the PS5 version, from what I can tell, are the exact same. They're just separate versions of the same game, just for the sake of, I guess, they want to see if they can fool people into buying it twice. But no, that's just... Again, this character is not meant for speed stages, which is why he doesn't really have the same kind of control.
And the camera just decided to...
Okay, yeah, okay, so I should mention, when you're doing...
Bye, Chaos.
Well, we're not supposed to be doing this, remember that.
Alright, we're gonna have to improvise. But yeah, so here's the dealio. Sometimes, when you have a certain character try and interact with certain sections of a level, or certain aspects in a level, that they were not programmed for, it will cause the game to crash. For example, let's say I was trying to do this pole thing with, say, Mechless Eggman. That would cause the game to immediately crash.
Because that Eggman doesn't have an animation for it, so the game tries to load something that doesn't exist, and boom, there you go.
Again.
Nice.
Yeah, again, the thing is, if I was playing Sonic Adventure 2 Randomizer, they do program it so that, yes, they made interactions that allow certain characters to get through this stuff. But since we're doing this essentially as legit as possible, and yes, that is harder than it looks, given the camera and whatnot. But yeah.
And he's turned green.
That's what he does when he starts to move.
Oh, he does have a custom victory animation, I guess.
Let's go a little tougher. With
I don't know, I'll let Jova introduce the next thing first.
Let's do Final Chase. And yes, we immediately start by falling because power characters can't grind.
Oh, that's silly.
Thankfully, you can climb these areas. Yes, I love that they actually programmed some of these walls to be climbable.
But I guess the only thing is, though, there's still those death... What's it called? Death gaps, where if you hit it, it triggers your death.
Yeah. The
out of bounds, I guess?
Well, the way the power characters work is that anything that's a touchable wall is climbable. That's just how it works.
Not touchable.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're just fucking around and finding out.
That's why I said.
Again, that's the thing. Only a few of them are climbable, but some you will still phase through.
I wanted Jova to introduce the new level first, but also, since, this was actually spoken about in this LP, no, Trial 6 is not worse than the incest chapter, actually.
Wait, so you've gotten through the game completely?
No. I had to stop right at the end because of an accessibility roadblock.
Okay, question. Have you
I'm waiting for Alice to do for me.
Also, I do like that tripping animation since it does save your characters from immediately going off a ledge. Save my ass there.
At the very least, with the gliding, you can insta-kill the artificial chaos. So there's that.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, I wonder. It's a shame that it's like Shadow the Hedgehog did the whole artificial chaos thing. There's like catharsis, but it's backwards. You destroy the artificial chaos here, but then later on in the series you have to actually try and you destroy the artificial chaos there too.
Pretty sure you do, yeah.
Okay, because okay, it's less of a pain in the arse here than it is there.
Gun them down.
Of course. Or use the Billy Hatcher vacuum.
Again,
There you are. Proof you can't.
Again, I will give the Shadow game credit. It wasn't. Yes. It wasn't afraid to still have some childish aspects that reminded us that we are still playing a Sonic game.
Not to mention, you know, it's an Easter egg.
Oh shoot!
It's an Easter egg from another game that the company developed. You know, I think it's it's always important if you establish a set of IPs, particularly ones that tend to be done usually by the same studio, to have at least some form of Easter egg to show that you care in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Jova, even honestly, I think even those bits of the game, graphics-wise, it doesn't look as good as Heroes.
I mean, in-game stuff, I'd say it's just about on par with Heroes, but I can get what you mean. The divide between CGI and in-game was noticeable. Well, to be fair, granted, Sonic was far from the only series guilty of that.
Oh, sure. Like, for me, it's like one particular thing that I do with Sonic Heroes nowadays in the PC version.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
One thing that I do whenever I play Sonic Heroes nowadays is just play the PC version with mods, because one mod that I particularly love is to take away the shininess from the character models, because I cannot stand how, for whatever reason, Sonic Team decided to make all characters so shiny in both Heroes and Shadow.
Maybe they filmed a hair commercial ad before.
Well, I mean, wasn't it?
Because they are worth it.
Because
Exactly.
that was the first multi-platform original Sonic game at that point.
Heroes, yes.
Yeah.
I played the PS2 version, like I said, but
I did as well.
I played
did,
the PS2 version
I
as
did as
well.
well.
I didn't do much. I did lasted a bit longer than Shadow, but I think I did play the Team Sonic for a while and still did not reach the final boss.
You know what's interesting? You want to talk Yuji Naka? Here's the thing. Like, as someone who owned both a GameCube and a PS2, I had the choice when it comes to what version to get of Heroes, right? And at the time, Yuji Naka actually said in an interview, because even by 2000s, I was already following, gaming media interviews and all that stuff, so I was aware of all this stuff, right? And Naka specifically said that, when it comes to Sega, not now, like, I definitely recommend you guys getting GameCube, because especially we, Sonic Team, are definitely going to support the GameCube, and to their credit, they did. And that's why I got Sonic Heroes on the GameCube. I just wish they would have made it clear that it was the original Xbox that was getting the proper new sequels to games like just Your Future and Panzer Dragoon Orta.
That was weird, yeah.
I enjoyed Heroes enough to get almost every A rank for both the regular and challenge stages for all teams.
Nice.
I wasn't very good at it, but
I keep hearing that Deji hates it, but I don't know the details, and I'm actually curious to hear that.
It's like Deji's one of those.
I found him.
He's on the mindset that Heroes is a worse game than Shadow, to which I would respond.
I have to try harder.
Yeah, with the E rank right there.
Yeah, I respond to it with E rank.
Well, okay, how about this? I will say that I enjoy Shadow's story more, not for the reasons that the game wants me to, mind you, but that's something.
Alright, now let's tackle Teos' favorite level.
The Heroes has much better
With
music.
Rouge, I guess.
Oh, no, definitely. I never said otherwise.
Also,
I'm actually curious, because I don't know if you're actually gonna show it in this part, Jova, but just out of curiosity, how does Tikal play?
believe it or not, Takao is actually faster than Rouge and Knuckles.
Yeah. Well, she plays like like Knuckles.
I can't
but
jump
just
on the
slightly
rail,
different.
me.
That's usually how it works. Like, usually all of these characters are based off, like, again, all the speed characters are based off of Sonic, all those...
I did not know what character Tikal was based on. I assume that being a kidnap was also based on Knuckles, but apparently no.
No. You're right. She is a power character like Knuckles in this game.
Yes. Because the way it works... No, okay, well, I should explain. The way it works in multiplayer too is that you have speed contests, shooting contests, and treasure hunting contests. in the treasure hunting levels, multiplayer, each of you pick one of the power characters, being Knuckles, Rouge, Chaos, or Tikal, and you see who can catch all the emeralds first. For the shooting levels, you pick either Tails, Eggman, the Dark Shao Walker, or the Hero Shao Walker, normal Shao Walkers, I should say. And you just shoot each other, kind of like the character battles between Tails and Eggman until you win. As for the speed characters, it's a straightforward race to the finish.
You also have grind race and ring race.
And what this mod does is it allows you to play as those multiplayer only characters, but in the single player stages.
Okay.
Look, it's almost like she's
how are you not burning
grinding.
up?
Sure.
She hasn't gotten that close yet, even though that is a lovely
notice that-
view.
You'll notice that the Earth sprite on the background is looking quite more pristine than usual, right? That's because one of the mods I gave Jova is the high quality space mod, which replaces the PNG of space in these levels with a much higher quality HD recreation.
So you
Fully
can
modeled.
So you can appreciate the fact that your characters will burn upon re-entry even better, because the Earth do be down there.
Yeah,
you
I
actually-
get to burn up in HD.
Yes.
Go.
Ah,
It's basically, all these mods are basically doing what the vanilla release of this HD port should have done in the first place, basically.
Admittedly, I'll give him credit that, making every character playable in every level was,
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in terms of recreating all the assets, the 2D assets in HD. Kind
Oh,
of like
that,
what Bluepoint
yeah.
did in their Metal Gear remasters.
It's
you
a
know?
bit similar to what the PC version of the original version of Resident Evil 4 was handled. Basically, one single person, mind you, spent literal years, and I think he's still doing it, to painstakingly, upscale or use substitute model for every single texture in the game, and the resulting job is actually pretty great.
beautiful.
Like, if we ever have to check that version, I really recommend, it will be that, the PC version. Technically speaking, it lacks the ADAS mission because that was exclusive for the PS2. So,
Yeah.
there's that.
Oh,
Like
well.
Nintendo recently re-released Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, right? And all of the sprites were redone from the ground up in HD, because the original GameCube sprites, obviously, when put up on an HD screen, obviously they look quite pixelated.
They also had to change one of Mario's
Whoops, that's a little
animation
too high.
for convenience reasons, substitute with a thumbs up.
Oh my God, Jova! It's the Knuckles glitch that allows me to complete Fire Core with Knuckles that I showed off in our Ace 06 run.
I will say,
Cool.
it is always fun looking at a bounds with these levels, because admittedly, I will say, looking at a bounds, it really does expose how much work devs put into making what is essentially just a little tiny room look to be as immersive as it is to the actual
Yes.
characters.
And then your character finds the T-posing version of their own model and start questioning about, Big,
Hey,
what
Big,
the
hi,
fuck are
Big.
you doing?
Now we can actually see what Big was doing up close and personal.
I'm trying to find Froggy, and I
He's
somehow ended up
Fortnite
here.
taunting.
Somehow, I doubt he's in space, big guy.
oh, I'll see you in Heroes.
Interestingly
Okay,
enough,
one thing-
Team Dark is the
one thing
only
about the-
team that Team Rose don't
So what
fight.
you're saying, Libs? What you're saying, Libs, is you want some more?
One thing I want to mention, that weird wobbling sounds you get when you're near the rails, like who's wobbling a steel plate?
The idea is that those are, I think, the rings boosting you as you go through the rails. Again,
Does sound weird, admittedly, but like I noted.
I'm sure this was all part of Professor Drill's genius design for the Space Colony arc, essentially.
Oh yeah, totally.
I wonder if Gerald let Maria design these.
And let her ride them too.
Yeah.
Maybe Maria was the true ultimate life form, we just never knew.
I mean, considering that we see in one of Eggman's level here in space about that the rails are still used in some capacity, but there's a platform on it in which the mech, attaches itself to. Maybe, again, I'm probably giving too much credit to the level design telling a story, but maybe it was the case, technology of Robotniks used to have, a piloting machine, and the rails were supposed to be essentially rails for actual platforms, and it's just that by the time Sonic shows up here, in this case, there are none left.
That is a possibility.
Yeah.
And hey, it was nice of it was nice of Joe to give them a fun roller coaster loop-de-loop ride, which is technically consistent to how highways are built on Earth in this world. So yeah, perhaps you are onto something there, Tio. Good job.
Sure.
You could be a co-writer to Ian Flynn.
I'm already busy at compile art.
Yeah.
Remember, Teo is already set up for being a writer at compile art, whereas I will direct the game that he writes.
Alright, then I guess I could be a co-writer to Ian Flynn.
Yes. I guess we'll have Shiroi be a co-writer for
Alright.
Rumba games.
It's not. Oh shit.
Run, Rouge, run!
I can barely see what's happening on screen.
I know, right?
And she made it.
I thought you were about to miss.
Yeah.
What have you got sticking out your forehead, Rouge?
It's the scouter.
Does that not hurt?
Okay, to be fair, the idea is that it's wrapped around her head so it can fit over her eye. Now, let's do weapon sped as Sonic.
Hey kids, today I'm gonna show you how to destroy the government.
Well, they locked me up for a crime I didn't commit, so I should probably show them a thing or two. Hey, Big.
Wait, pass.
Wait, what do you think G stands for? Governments, of course.
Sure.
Subtle.
Again, how lucky are we that this game came out 3 months before 9/11? Like, can you imagine if it had been after 9/11, how much they probably would have had to change things? I mean, granted, I guess they could claim, well, it's not the actual American government. They just happen to have the military, the president, and everything. But it's not America. Even though it
Don't
is
worry about it.
Even though Escape City is City Escape is blatantly San Francisco.
Don't worry about it. It's England now.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Sure.
Also, once again, I'm showing off the Magic Hand ability. The Magic Hand ability is a reference to an ability Sonic was supposed to have when he was originally going to be a rabbit. And yes, for those who didn't know, Sonic was originally supposed to be a rabbit. Probably.
Well, again, if I recall correctly, the original design was used as an alternate skin in Superstar recently.
Yep.
Omochao, you know damn well I can't hover.
Omochao's just trolling in this version. Thankfully, I got my magic hands to make it a cinch. Interestingly and fittingly enough, though, Sonic cannot tackle any of the prison escape levels or prison break-in levels. Fitting, given now he needs Amy's help to get out. But no, realistically it all comes down to the fact that eventually there are points in those levels where you have to shoot enemies to proceed, and Sonic sadly does not have the range. There are actually some special Can We Beat Sonic Adventure 2 with X Insert Character videos.
Really?
You just feel did Sonic destroy an enemy earlier with the power of 4?
Again, that's the magic hands at work. Basically, with the magic hand, you can turn any enemy you're close enough to into a projectile that you can use against another enemy. I actually first showcased that during Cannon's Core. I will admit, I consider it a bit of an extra challenge to make certain levels work with certain characters. Again, provided you're not using stuff like moon jumps or hacks or whatnot, in which case, technically, you can complete it with any character. Which also means for
I want to do it as legit as possible.
Which means for obvious reasons, we will not be using this for Canon's Core, since, well, trying to start that level with any character other than a mech character will leave you pretty much stuck. Oh, cool, a Phoenix! That's one of the rarest critters to get.
Huh, a Phoenix, and this game came out the same year the Ace Attorney series started by Japan.
I would kill for us to get a Sonic and an Ace Attorney crossover.
How was Sega and Capcom's relationship?
Last I checked, they were pretty good, yeah.
Mind you, not in as far as I know, they're not, doing a lot of crossovers at the moment, but it's not like they hate each other or they practically try to refuse to acknowledge each other.
Turned out that one time Yuji Naka peed in a food Ace tea.
Sure.
Or something like that.
Capcom these days is mostly doing crossovers by inserting Monster Hunter a bit everywhere. Recently, Ever Crisis actually got an event.
And Sonic Frontiers got the Rathalos skins and the barbecue minigame.
Oh, we're doing the Chow lobby again.
Well, hey, I got a Phoenix. Those are some of the rarest and best creatures used for stat boosting.
So, watch how you're gonna feed this poor bird to.
He'll reincarnate, it's fine.
Do I want to give it to him? Nah, he's a little crazy. Rascal? Nah.
Can you imagine if in Marvel vs. DC the Joker got the Phoenix Force powers?
Oh my god, that would be beautiful. Hey, there you are over there.
He's a bit too busy trying to not to drown Sonic.
Yep,
Jeez.
I know the feeling, so I'm gonna help him out. Alright, my little angel chow, I hereby W Phoenix right. Alright, Phoenix, now you're all set. Yes, from now on I will be naming him Phoenix. Phoenix Wright, 'cause he's just right.
I didn't see that, but does it affect every stat, whereas some of the ones just do a few?
The Phoenix one does affect every stat.
Okay.
Which is why it's one of the rarest creatures to get.
Obviously.
Let's power you up for all those times I will be using you in minigames that I probably won't be showing for this commentary because, well, let's see, this commentary's been going on for a while as it is.
I wonder who the favorite child is.
What? Not.
Sonic's a bloody favoritist.
Again, like what Alpha said in one of his Pokemon run, just remember that, in reality, your parents always had favorites.
Damn. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I might as well give you this one.
Have more steroids.
Don't worry, they're not officially listed as drugs, so they're legal.
Yeah, figures, the one game that doesn't have John St. John voice is the one with steroids in it.
Which is funny, because his character is literally in every level.
It's just not voiced.
So I guess
it's all about speed here.
For context, steroids tend to be one of the health power, power up in the Duke Nukem games.
But yeah,
Chow ate that fruit so aggressively. Sorry, carry on, Joe.
When you're hungry, Shiro.
He's a go-getter, aren't you, Phoenix?
Don't worry, buddy.
All is well and good. Oh, shoot, he's crying too. Hold on. Just soothe him a bit.
You had to jinx it, didn't you?
Yeah, if it wasn't for the Emperor Penguin's, eyebrows, I would say that these resemble more one of the Kapu Kapus from Choo Choo Rocket.
He even has webbed feet like a penguin too. Oh?
What does the exclamation mark mean?
I guess that means that they've noticed something. Well, I guess he noticed the fruit. Good for him.
Hey.
They can feed themselves now.
Now let's see how the kids downstairs are doing.
I also gotta love that every time you enter, it gets introduced by someone like belching, like,
What delicious looking fruit that is indeed.
You know, the child departure machine takes on a really dark meaning when you're
Sonic,
about it.
that's a pine cone!
Well, he seems to be enjoying it still.
I'm gonna say it's dragon fruit.
It's a
Yes.
bit too orange. Usually dragon fruit has to be magenta.
Wait, dragon fruit has a specific color?
Well,
Yeah.
okay, like I said, magenta. You will mostly label it as pink, but technically speaking, it's magenta. It's just that you're not expecting what the inside look like, because all the inside is literally white with a fuck ton of seeds.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, the outside is pink with a bit of green.
And the texture and the taste of Jova is very granular because of the seeds.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of one of those things that if you have the occasion, maybe give it a try, but only if you're really bored, because they're also expensive as shit.
Alright, tune in next time for when we start to look at some of the character menu themes as well as some more extras.
Yeah.
See you then.
See ya.
Bye.